Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher or Judge Galvatron presiding. It's a regular episode of the Jab Jamboree. You know that, produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the Full Berserker Clan. Y'all know all that good stuff. So, because I wasn't going to be able to build with my brothers today, got to go to the gym and all of that, I kind of wanted to talk about the whole festivities that happen on Sundays. It's crazy, yo. I didn't know that there was so much hate for Jake Paul. Everybody got a little something to say, this is that and the third, and oh, Jake Paul's like the greatest thing now, and oh, y'all gonna put him on the pound for pound list and things like that. See, I'm starting to really realize that, like my brother, The Truth said, it's like really like divided. It's like half young people, half older people. And I could just tell by the thought process. Like a lot of the older dudes ain't feeling this whole Jake Paul thing and think that it's, females too. I could kind of tell. If you and I'm just starting to learn a little bit more. The more and more people talk, and it's like a big deal. What is the problem? And and this is coming from a fighter. I don't think that there's no problem with what Jake Paul did. You want to know why I say there's no problem with what Jake Paul did? Because he really put on for his city. When I start seeing other people put on, this goes for my peoples in New York too, that's going out of their way to help other younger or older, people in their communities and they surrounding communities or whatever, even though Jake Paul don't live in Ohio no more. The point is he put Charles Conwell on the card, who was a good up-and-coming boxer. He put Montana Love in his biggest fight, which they both stopped their opponents in, which was a really good look for Cleveland. He did not forget about Cleveland. I don't understand what the problem is. None of y'all are going back to y'all communities and doing nothing. And y'all got something to say about him. It don't matter how you feel about him. He got those boxes on the card paid. Point blank, period. It's not even up for discussion. You start throwing money in people's hands and you could come out here and crack on anybody you want to. I don't care where you from. You go out there where you came up at and you just start giving away money and looking out for people for no particular reason, not to get nothing back, I'll give it to you. But until then, I think people should be quiet if they not doing that or don't even have the funds to do that. I think they should be quiet because he really looked out. Not only did he look out for his fellow Cleveland brothers, he also looked out for women's boxing. That was not even supposed to be the co-main. He got Amanda Serrano, somebody who we love and respect, who is a great female boxer who gets knockouts. She ain't one of those chicks that's just going to be, dancing and prancing around. She got like 30-something knockouts. And shit, if it would have been 3 minutes, she probably would have more. Put on for her, a woman who has to go and fluctuate back and forth from MMA to boxing, who I got mad respect and admiration for. Now, if she want to come out here and start cracking on people, she got it. Because of the work that she put in. I'm not going to sit here and let people diminish the homie and he looked out for other boxers. I think that's probably why I'm defending him, because he looked out for real boxers. Something that another real pro boxer wouldn't have did. Let's talk about real boxers and let's talk about fake boxers and stuff like that. Let's talk about it. Well, if we're going to look at it, all of these dudes that are real boxers, they ain't even fighting. It's not that they pulling out the fight and they don't want to fight. It's they getting sick. They saying they got COVID, Benavidez, and that's my man's. And Skatiki, that was supposed to happen before this fight. That didn't happen. Man, I could go down the list. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant and Canelo, they got it right now, but we didn't know a few months ago if that was up in the air. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, which was no fault of Deontay Wilder's, but still, it take two to tango. July 24th, I believe we were supposed to have that fight. Oh, that didn't happen. So don't sit here and diminish what this man is doing. Nobody got sick when it came to the dudes that are the fake boxers. We ain't have to worry about COVID and stuff like that. On top of that, he gave us a good stacked card. He gave us a good stacked card. Your favorite fighter, who is on their undercards? I'll wait. Because if you a real diehard boxing fan, you know what I'm talking about. This is exactly why I would have rather have went to that fight than a lot of these other fights, because that's not good enough for me, just the main event. There's stuff I might as well walk around the venue and all of that until the main event start. And that would make me a casual. I think casuals do that. Real boxing fans, they going to stay there for up until to the preliminaries, up into the co-main, in my opinion. But sometimes the quality of cards that we getting is not enough. This is exactly what me and 503 and Cadillac Red was talking about. This is exactly what we've been talking about. We've been talking about, okay, we got to pay for this pay-per-view, pay for that pay-per-view, but look at the undercards. On Juneteenth, gave us a black holiday, and you gave us all Mexicans on the card. And that's no offense to my Mexican brothers, my hermanos. You know what I mean? No offense. I'm just keeping it real right now. I'm just keeping it real. So don't sit here and tell me with Jake Paul trying to bring some type of life into this board, which has been really boring. Since I haven't seen Deontay Wilder or Adrian Broner or Clarissa Shields since she's transitioning from boxing to MMA now. It's been really boring. It's been really boring. So for Jake Paul to come here and I was able to stay up and I had to work the next day, that says a lot. That says a lot. You tell me when your favorite fighter could keep me up past the co-main and I could stay up and I don't actually nod off and fall asleep, even though I'm a diehard. So 9 times out of 10 I'm up. But I ain't gonna lie, the last couple of fights I've been falling, like the Manny Pacquiao and Ugas fight. Y'all stop playing with me, man. I will roast anybody in the debate of this. Don't even do it. I don't even want to hear it. And like, come on, bro. That undercard outside of that Manny Pacquiao's fighter, the rest of that card was dog doodle. It was basuda. Straight garbage. Trash. So don't sit here and tell me what Jake Paul is doing and why y'all mad at him. No, it's just hate. Because y'all should actually be happy. He's really innovating the sport. I like the wrestling entrance type of theme that he had with him and Tyron Woodley coming up the elevator type of thing on the ramp. I like that. I like the Jake Paul, his shorts, and him having the LED lights going around saying Jake. I never seen nothing like that. I loved it. His Cleveland freaking towel that he had on. His freaking bathroom towel that he had on, bro. Like I loved it, man. I loved it. Had every Cleveland team, even had the college teams on it. I thought that shit was dope. I never seen nobody do nothing like that. I gotta give Jake Paul credit because I'm a Pisces and I'm automatically gonna like somebody that's creative. I don't like people that's just, play in the background, got all of this to say and all of that to say, and you would never do that. I don't think that it's right for you to get at a person if you know that you would never do nothing. Like, as far as fighting and all of that stuff, I don't think that you have a right to get at a Blanquito, white boy that is a Disney star. Had his mom and his dad in his life and all of that, bro. Grew up like a square white, but is able to go in the ring with no problem and put it all on the line for everybody. His girlfriend, his brother, his mom, his dad. I go front. I don't care if you don't look at the fighters that he fought real or not. You get through that. You climb through those ropes, male or female. I'm giving you respect because I know what it takes. I ain't telling you from a person point of view. I don't care if you're sparring. I don't care if you're just doing amateurs. I don't care if you did amateurs in pros, whatever. I don't care if you did it to play around. I got respect for you. If you could constantly do that on a daily basis. And like I said, male or female, if you do that, I'm taking my hat off to you because I know firsthand that it ain't easy. I know firsthand that it ain't easy. They gonna sit here and hate on this man for grabbing the bag. I don't think that nobody should really care, especially if he's looking out for real boxers. They biggest paydays on this card. Yeah, he's not. Somebody had a comment on 503s and said, yeah, he's not the one paying them. But at the same time, he kind of did because he took a pay cut out of his purse that he was supposed to get to make sure all of them got well compensated. So if that ain't solid, I don't know what is. Like, would y'all, I don't care what, a lot of y'all wouldn't have did that. I'm going to keep it real right now. I could like y'all all I want. A lot of y'all wouldn't have did that. A lot of y'all wouldn't have did that. A lot of y'all, I know how, especially if you in the fight game, it's very selfish sport. It's bad enough that you train, work out, and do stuff. You probably with other people, but like for the most part, psychologically, you by yourself. Physically, you by yourself. Can't nobody come in that ring and help you. So I'm trying to tell y'all from a real standpoint, from a fighter's point of view, it's not easy to do. That's why he's talking about, yo, maybe I need a little vacation. I've been doing this since, my amateur fights and all of that. And I just been constantly fighting back to back to back. Got to give them credit. This was a great card. Shout out to Charles Conwell for getting the third round stoppage, even though it wasn't televised. I wish I could have caught that. Shout out to even the Tyson Fury, Anthony Taylor. Even that fight was entertaining just because of their little buildup. This is the stuff that I'm talking about, man. Like, we don't have no entertaining. This shit reminded me of a Don King card when I was a baby. You know what I mean? Like, all the old heads tell me about, yo, those cards used to be stacked. They used to be jawing at each other. You know what I mean? That to me is how it kind of was looking. Ironic. I think that Don King is from Cleveland. Ironic. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Maybe it's a Cleveland thing. But I ain't gonna lie. Y'all even had Act wanting to be in Ohio. And I don't never, I don't give credit really to too many events and stuff like that, but I ain't even go front. I'm with LeBron on that. I would have loved to have been in the building, man. It looked like that's how boxing events is supposed to be. It's supposed to be packed. That's how healthy, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. And this is not to say that, oh, we're taking Jake Paul dead serious, or as we say in New York, dead ass. It's not that we doing that. We're just happy to see boxing have some type of light and energy since it's always been in the dark and it's been like, I feel like in the back of the bus for so long. Jake Paul was talking about these things. Like he himself, being from a boxing state, he wants boxing to be in the forefront. And there's nothing wrong with that. Any person that wants boxing to be in the forefront, you ain't gonna have me go against him. I would be a fool. I would be an idiot to say I want that. So, Jake Paul, I'm gonna say this: as far as the breakdown of the fight, I did not think Tyron Woodley won. I don't think that. I gave him the fourth, the fifth, and the eighth round. I had it 5 rounds to 3. That's exactly how I had it. I had it. I think I had it exactly like how they scored it on the unofficials. I think I had it the same way. I had it like 5 rounds to 3. And even that 4th round was kind of, but I gave it to Tyron Woodley because I thought he did a little bit more work at the end. And I did see where he hurt Jake Paul at, but hurting somebody and then finishing him is 2 different things. So he could hurt him all he want. You know what I mean? I will give Tyron Woodley one thing. He took the punches really, like, I didn't think, I'm not even going to lie. He took the body shots and the head shots. He took them very well. He took them better than actually I expected him to. But then again, he did something that I expected him to do, having a MMA build and stuff. Listen, y'all MMA fighters, when y'all transition to boxing, before y'all make these fights, change y'all freaking body type. Do not think bulky, short, stocky, Wolverine type. I'm talking to Anthony Taylor and Tyron Woodley. You have to have a Spider-Man type of body. And what I mean by that is kind of lanky and ripped if you are going to have some type of muscle tone. Reason that I'm saying that is because you fatigue very easily and it's hard holding those arms up. I noticed that Anthony Taylor wasn't punching the same way I noticed Tyron Woodley. I ain't gonna front, bro, you got to punch more in boxing. One thing I will give Jake Paul, he was punching way more. He's punching way more. That ain't enough. Unless you know that you could really detonate on the dude's chin or on the body, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like, you need to be active. You need to keep a high work rate of punches. This ain't MMA where it's doom, stop. No, bro. This is on some Ultra Instinct Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's a million punches coming at once. You got to think in milliseconds. So I had it 5 rounds to 3. Very entertaining. Like I said, I did not fall asleep. I stayed up for the whole event. That speaks volumes. When you can stay up for a whole event, that means something. Like, these real fighters don't even have me staying up. I gotta be real. I be falling asleep part way, and then luckily the way my body is, I could wake right up. It's like my body knows when the main event come on. Seriously, it's just like, come on, man. We got to get it together in boxing. We didn't get Earl and Ugas. Like, I don't even want to get on like all of the stuff. I don't even want to get on all of the stuff that's been transpiring in boxing and things like that. You know, like I said, I haven't really been feeling it. Shout out to Charles Conwell for getting the 3rd round stoppage. Didn't get to see it, like I said. And shout out to Montana Love. I knew he was going to win. The crazy thing is, I had 2 predictions. I should have went with my second prediction with Montana Love. Because I dead called it, and I know my brothers is going to say, Act did say that. He could see 2 outcomes. I said I could see a split decision, which I thought would most likely happen. Then I seen another scenario. I kept telling 503 I did not like how Ivan Baranchek sounded. I did not like how Ivan sounded. He sounded like his speech was slurred. And 503 even admitted it, like, yo, Act, you don't miss nothing. I always tell y'all the smallest details is the most important. I'm going to say that again. And maybe this might resonate for people older than me, the same age as me, and younger. The smallest details are the most important. I got that from Sherlock Holmes. Now, I was talking about how Ivan Baranchek, his speech didn't sound right to me. He said, 503 is like he just sound like a rep. No, bro. See, that's like me. If I go punchy the way I am, my New York ass, everybody's gonna know. They're gonna be able to tell, like, all right, Ack is stuttering. I'm one of them type of people. You're gonna be able to tell right away, like Muhammad Ali. You're gonna be able to tell right away, like, yo, Ack, you good? Stop sparring them heavyweights, champ. Stop sparring them dudes bigger than you. Maybe you gotta take a little bit easy on dudes your size and stop trying to stop them and all of that. And you know what I mean? It's gonna be one of those situations. But I work on my craft every day, and I try to reserve my body enough to where stuff like that don't happen. You know what I mean? So Ivan Baranchyk, he struck me as one of them dudes that was really strong, knocking out all the dudes that he sparred. And not even just that, that's a Zepeda fight, the real actual fight, where he got brutally knocked out. And I don't think he recovered after that. And Axe 503 and all of them, what I said, and Mac, I said I would not be surprised if Montana Love stopped him. I said the 7th round, but I didn't pick that. I said I'm going to go with unanimous decision. I said because I wanted to be safe, because I knew Montana Love was going to box. But I didn't think that he could clip. Damn, I knew he was past it. And I said that shit. I said it wouldn't surprise me, because look, after he got clipped and he got finished, and Pedro Diaz stopped it. Great Cuban trainer. He was like the Cuban amateur coach for mad years. I think my uncles in them even knew it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he already knew to stop it. And his girlfriend, that's how you know it's bad. When your girlfriend come to you after you got knocked out of the fight, and she's like, I'm trying to read what she's saying, because of course they don't got a mic on her. It looked like she said, "It's all right, baby. We'll find something else." Like, basically find something else for him to do, because you got to understand, Ivan Baranchyk was boxing since he was a little kid. That's what I mean about starting your kids off at 8, 9. Nah, I'm one of them people. Nah, my kids, they'll be around boxing enough to where they can start at like 13, 14, 15. I need them to be able to go, like, in case they want to turn pro. I don't want all of that to be left, you know what I mean, because of the amateurs. You know what I mean? All of that wear and tear. Nah. I think that's a good age to start. I ain't gonna lie. If they can't do what they got to do from there, then they shouldn't be boxing. I think 13, 14, 15 is good. No later than that. You know what I mean? But starting them at 8, 9, and all of that's still a lot of wear and tear on the body. And I just felt really bad for Ivan Baranchyk. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. That shit really hit me. Like, damn, yo. And I called it. Like I said, that was my second. Like, I was like, I would not be surprised if Montana Love got him out of there, because he don't sound right to me. His speech sounded real slurred. I don't care if he's Russian or not. I could tell he did not sound like that when me and Mac used to, be giving him credit and all of that, like before the World Series of Boxing and all of that. Or around the time of the World Series of Boxing when we was covering that. He didn't sound the same to me. I noticed shit like that. So, great event. Now, as far as what I thought about Tommy Fury's performance, like, him and Jake went the distance. So, I wouldn't be too mad if they try to make that fight next. If they try to make that fight next, I wouldn't be mad. I just gonna be honest, yo. Seeing what I seen, like I said to Abel, that man is from a boxing family, bro. It showed. Bro. It showed. He took his time. He was patient. He listened to his corner. He was catching homeboy leaning. He was leaning forward. When a person lean forward, what they tell you to do, throw that uppercut. That's how I knew he had a lot of basic fundamentals, even though he didn't have a lot of amateurs. Like I told you, when you from a boxing family and you just see it and you're around it, that don't mean just because he didn't have no amateurs. It's like Benavidez. Benavidez only had 10. Rocky Marciano only had 12. And these is great fighters. And if not, I'll say Rocky Marciano was a great, but if David Benavidez isn't a great, he's really good. So that's just the thing that I'm saying. So I think Jake Paul should get right back in the gym if he's even thinking about taking that fight. But at the same time, I don't want to brush Tyron Woodley to the side. I think the rematch, I think it could definitely be worth it. especially if we get the numbers back. I think it'll definitely be worth it. The Gates did crazy. I think he did more than his brother and Mayweather at their gates recently. So, like I said, I think Jake Paul, he should do that. And then after that, he can have it lined up like that. Get Tyron Woodley the second time. Because you don't want to look scary. And at the same time, Tyron Woodley, you did lose. So you got to honor getting that tag, even though he's solid. He a St. Louis dude. He seemed like he going to honor that. He just want to see the contract, which I'm not mad at Tyron Woodley. He actually did better than I thought he would do. So I'm going to give that man respect. So to me, if you ask me, is it good or bad for boxing? I think that is very good. They shining a light on boxing. I've seen a lot of fans that probably wouldn't have been in that audience had it would have been regular boxers. Let me tell y'all something before I get off of here, because I'm getting real long-winded. Step y'all game up. Stop being scared to put it all on the line. This goes for all the boxers. Don't be scared to put it all on the line. You only live one time. I hate people who are scary. I do not like people who are scary and try to make excuses. Oh no, well, I'm shy. No. You're gonna live one time. You're not gonna be, unless you believe in reincarnation. Unless you believe in reincarnation. But don't try to sell me with the two God theories unless you had two parents that were both on different sides. Don't sell me with that. It's either one or the other. You either believe in one, the universal God, Allah, so on and so forth. Buddha, whatever. But don't try to sell me with the whole different scenario. No, it's either one, you pick one. Don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. I'm tired of everybody being scary, living in fear, man. Man, let me see some goddamn willpower. Shout out to Jake Paul for at least living his life, doing what he had to do to take care of real boxers, something that other people wouldn't even do for real people in their community. But they got a whole lot to say. With that being said, it's your boy Ag Reacher. I never steer you wrong. For sure that. And we out of here.